It's going everyone. Miller from Black Rheno here, and yeah, we've got a big tour coming up all through August. We're going to be hitting dates all along the east coast of Australia, the whole way through August, every weekend. August 1st, TY, August 2nd, Penrith, August 7th, Bendigo, August 8th, Geelong, August 9th, Melbourne, August 15th, Ulladulla, August 16th, Dapto, August 22nd, Lismore, August 23rd, Necrosonic Fest in Brisbane, 29th in Sydney, and August 30th at the Canberra Metal Fiesta. Ooh.
Fantastic, bro. You did well to get through all that. Thanks for joining us.
Well, man, I put them up on screen, so I was well prepared.
You're a smart one. But all up, bro, Black Rheno have got a fair bit going on at the moment. So you mentioned the tour, but we'll start off with your newest single, a badass love song that came out recently. So how's the early reception been for it?
Yeah, man, everyone loves it. It's a pretty fun song. It's got a lot of energy to it. It's got a lot of punk rock sort of hardcore punk sort of vibes to it, and it's just got that energy, it's a fun one. So, and then it's got some southern sludgy riffs in there as well, and good club banger, you might
Oh,
say.
man. You can't tell from the pace of the song, but it actually is a love song, isn't it?
Yeah. Met a girl last year who I fell for, and sometimes you just write what's on your mind, and that's always on my mind.
How did she go with it, bro? Like, I know women like to be serenaded and they like the romantic side of things, and this is anything but when you listen to it. So, how did she like this version?
Yeah, and I mean she's not like a metalhead or anything either. I mean she used to listen to some heavy stuff, I think, when she was a bit younger, but she's not at home cranking Slayer on a daily basis as people like you and I tend to do. But no, she loves it. She thinks it's great. So yeah, worked out well. She seems to like it. She listens to it every day, which is cool. And she's got a badass love
Mission
song.
accomplished.
So mission accomplished, worked well.
Nice. Now, the film clip's awesome too, as are all your film clips, bro. But this one sees the band play in a number of different locations, including the kitchen and the basement. So, what's going on? Is there a storyline in that, or is it just random events?
That's my lounge room. That's where I live. That's just my lounge room. Yeah. So that's normally where I'm doing an interview from, or for these things, I normally sit out there and do it. But my flatmate's out there watching a movie or something, so I'll leave him be. But yeah, it's just my lounge room. So we needed somewhere to shoot, and we were thinking, we've done a lot of narrative clips, and we haven't really done many just band clips. We did one recently, and that was pretty cool. And then we thought we'd do something, just something like just a traditional band clip, really, because we haven't done many of them. And we're trying to think of, basically you need a cool space that looks cool, and luckily my lounge room's just full of surfboards and skateboards hanging on the walls everywhere. So it sort of fit the vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Now, the badass love song follows on from your previous singles, Snake Will Rattle and Chopping Heads Wearing Fancy Threads. So, are they all standalone singles, or are they part of a bigger album or EP picture?
They're all standalone singles. We've got an album that'll be coming next year. We've got it written and recorded, and it's a banger, as well as all of our tunes are, of course. Come
Of
on.
course, goes without saying.
Um, but yeah, no, we've got a whole album coming out next year. That'll be all fresh stuff from that. But yeah, this year we've just been waiting to do that album, and we've been waiting a while. We recorded it a couple of years ago, but as it takes a lot of effort to do these things right, and we put a lot of effort into that record. We went over and recorded it with Machine, the producer, who's done like Lamb of God and Clutch and Every Time I Die and all these sorts of bands like this, big sort of producer guy. So we wanted to make sure we had everything in the background lined up to release it properly. So we've just sort of held off on that for a little bit. I had some health issues and stuff, and I know you know about this, but so for me, I had to sort of slow down a little bit. I had some injuries, some physical injuries that I had to sort of take care of. So there were some things there that I had to get taken care of first a little bit, and so we did slow up for a little bit at some points, but yeah, we just sort of thought, well, next year we're going to do the album instead of just sitting around waiting. Like, I mean, I've recorded everything we've done so far in my studio. I've got, like, that's my job as well, is music producer. And we've got the space. So we thought, well, instead of just waiting to release this new record, let's just record some more songs. It's pretty simple. We just go to the studio and track some songs. So we let's just keep putting out new music and just doing stuff basically. And then next year we'll start working on the record, you know?
Nice, nice. Now, the other big news, of course, you mentioned at the top of the show is that Black Rheno are heading out on a badass East Coast tour, starting in EY on August the 1st. You hit Victoria, New South Wales again, Queensland, New South Wales again, and finishing the ACC on the 30th of August. So what can we expect from those shows?
Yeah. Badass music, basically, because it's a badass tour. A couple of badass guys ready for a good time. Yeah, I mean, basically, we're taking this new song out on the road, and we've got a couple of new songs that we've just released in recent times, as you mentioned. So there's a couple of fresh ones in the what do you call it? The song list. And then so new tunes, and then basically, three dudes on stage just fucking going ham. Pretty much that's what we do, just have as much fun as possible. And give it everything we've got, leave nothing to waste, and just get out there and rip it up, basically. Everybody rip it up.
Hey, check this out. Now, there is a lot of shows in there, bro, and your live shows are anything but pedestrian. So how much effort and how much practice goes into the tour like this before you actually go out?
Yeah, I mean, like we've started booking this, 6-7 months ago, 8 months ago, something like that. Booking in the dates, all the effort that goes towards it. It's a huge effort from everyone involved. Artwork, recordings, and video clips and all that kind of stuff. And then in preparation, basically, we just get together and we go through that set list and we jam it and we just work on it and make sure that we're tight when we hit the road and basically just make sure we've got our songs tight. Essentially, it's pretty simple. And then what happens on stage is in between the songs, things like that's different every night. It's not like, we don't have like those, pre-written, pre-rehearsed crowd interaction chit chats that sometimes appear. Everything's definitely off the cuff in that sense, and as it should be, in my opinion. So man, we're just gonna get ready to go out there and fucking smash it up. And we've got a sick list of bands we're playing with too. Like there's some really cool bands that we're playing with. The DY show, we've got like the Darrens there, like killing it at the moment. Sick punk, surf punk. Like Penrith, there's Thraxis, they've just put a new album out, they're killing it at the moment, and then Scum Fu and Firefly, and then there's like Abriact in Bendigo and Harold Holt Search Party, and man, like Ghost Smoker down in Melbourne. We got there's a lot. It's hard to go through. I'd love to go through everyone and give a shout out, but there's too many. There's a lot of bands. There's 11 shows, and so that's like we're playing with 33 other bands. And there's like Necrosonic Festival, so that's going to be insane.
It is indeed. I was actually going to get to that, mate. Like the lineup for Necrosonic, like it's going to be huge alone. Like, how do you approach a festival like that? Do you approach it with a view to having fun and seeing bands? Do you focus on what you've got to do more so?
Yes, both. I mean, like obviously, I'm probably not going to hit the cans too hard before we hit stage. Usually, that doesn't actually help. It's fun to get hammered before you play, but let's be honest, you don't play as well. So we'll just make sure we don't wreck ourselves before our set, and then afterwards, free range basically. We'll just go and enjoy all the bands. Like those festivals are unreal. Half the time we know a bunch of the bands on the festival, and then you end up meeting a whole bunch of other bands that you haven't, played with before. And it's just a massive catch up. It's just a huge, get together. It's just a big social. It's so much fun. And just, watch all the bands, enjoy the atmosphere, chat with all the people in the crowd that say good day, and just enjoy the festival as anyone else would. And except, we get that extra bonus of playing,
Yeah. And the other festival on that run of shows is the Canberra Metal Fiesta on August the 30th. So what can you tell us about that?
Well, they haven't announced anything from what I can tell yet. So you hear it first. I don't think I've seen anything yet, but that's a sick festival at the Basement, which is like a really well-known venue in the ACT in Canberra there. run by some core people. Like it's one of those venues that's, you know, run by just core people that
Good.
are all about it. And that'll be sick. They'll have a couple of stages going. We played it a few years ago. It was packed and fucking awesome. So it'll just basically be a throwdown of metal bands, basically, all day and night.
Nice. And that takes you up to the end of August, bro. So what else has Black Rheno got planned for the rest of the year?
We're going to have something else that's going to be pretty special to do that we'll announce after this tour because this year marks a decade of the band. So
happy birthday.
November actually marks a decade of the band. So we're going to do something. It might be in November. I don't know.
That's his face.
But man, we're gonna keep the fucking jams happening and just keep, you know, initiating, just starting good times, fucking making music happen and doing cool shit and hooking up with cool people and cool friends and just keep the good times rolling. Essentially, that's the plan. And then, you know, that'll be this year. That'll be this year. Pretty packed out. We've done a fair bit this year in terms of hitting the road and releasing stuff. And then I guess, you know, that'll be it for the year. Yeah, that'll be it. And then next year we'll see what'll happen next year. Some more stuff. Next year we'll be fucking old and busy too.
Man, always a pleasure chatting with you, brother. So where's the best place people can find out about the tour and keep up with Black Rheno?
Go to blackrheno.com. That's, you know, your tickets for all the shows there. Makes it simple, one spot. You know, get on the socials and all that sort of stuff. Check out our new single. Check out the new video clip. Come to the shows everywhere on the East Coast all through August, every weekend. Come fucking rock out.